The timing couldn't be worse. The UFC's deal with ESPN was originally set to expire at the end of this year, but there was a 2-year extension, so it runs through 2025. And if you made it this far into the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And while the UFC has greatly benefited ESPN, so has ESPN greatly benefited the UFC. Even before all of the recent controversies, you didn't hear White talking about exceptional pay-per-view sales when he was discussing all of the great things the UFC was accomplishing in terms of ticket and sponsorship sales and gate revenue. The UFC pay-per-views are regularly doing far better than boxing's pay-per-views, but PPV sales are down everywhere, a sign of the economy. With its biggest seller, Conor McGregor, not having fought since July 10, 2021, and not having won since Jan. 18, 2020, that only makes it harder for the UFC to get the big PPV numbers. It will probably be like shark-infested waters as the UFC enters talks soon for its new broadcast deal with ESPN.
Of 2019. That was a new deal, and 3 months later, there's another new deal with ESPN. Can you sort of elaborate on the details of that?
Yeah, so right out the gate, day one, these guys were incredible partners. And we're very aligned with them in that I believe in everything they're
back 9 of their careers, and while Ngannou probably still has more time as a viable high-level competitor than Diaz does, the UFC isn't likely to feel their losses. And there remains a viable chance that after sifting through his many offers, Diaz may yet return to the UFC. But the gambling problems and White's domestic violence incident are tougher problems to get past. Who knows which companies will no longer want to be involved with the UFC as a result of White slapping his wife. It could be potential sponsors, or it could be a potential or current broadcast partner. But that may yet play out. These are the company's biggest threats to its success since its meteoric rise to mainstream sports status after the creation of The Ultimate Fighter in 2005. The UFC has traversed rough waters before and come through, but rarely has it faced issues as sticky as it does now. It may take the company's best work to come out the other side of this close to where it was before. As White himself has admitted, his reputation is in tatters, and that's not going to change anytime soon. But for UFC and Endeavor itself, it's going to take some brilliant work to bring it back to where it was at lunchtime on September 8.